President Biden issued an executive order that really helps out families, especially those that are married to U.S. citizens. So here's how it works. If you entered unlawfully, illegally, by crossing the border without a visa, and you're married to a U.S. citizen, you can now apply under the Biden program to become a U.S. resident. So here's what you need to know. Number one, you're married to a U.S. citizen as of June 17, 2024. You entered the U.S. unlawfully, illegally, without a visa. You just came across the border, you didn't get caught. Number three, you've lived in the U.S. for at least 10 years. And lastly, you don't have a criminal conviction that makes you ineligible. If any of these things apply to you, you're eligible to become a U.S. resident by doing the following. You apply for what's called parole in place. Parole in place is a request of the immigration, USCIS, to allow you to be inspected and be admitted into the U.S. while you're in the U.S. So traditionally, you have to apply for a visa, enter with a visa, you get stamped on your passport, you're allowed in. That's a proper admission into the U.S. That's a lawful entry. But if you entered unlawfully, you can now get that stamp on your passport under the Biden program. And once you apply for parole in place, once it's approved, your spouse, your parent, if you're applying for your children under 21, would apply for you to become a U.S. resident. You'll be interviewed here in the U.S. and you'll become a green card holder. So gather things such as, proof that you've been here for 10 years, tax returns, insurance payments, bank statements, of course, your marriage certificate, your birth certificates of children, criminal history records, any other records to establish that you've been here for that period of time. For people who are not eligible under the Biden plan, you can always apply for a waiver. So the waiver is basically a permission to allow you to travel to your home country, be interviewed for an immigrant visa, and return back as a green card holder. The waiver is based on extreme hardship to your spouse, immediate family members, and has been available for a while. So you should always also take advantage of that. So what do you do now? Well, the program starts in mid-September, but we received notice from the USCIS that they're going to be accepting applications sometime in mid-August. The forms and all the requirements are not specific yet, they're not specified, but we do know what you need to establish. Your marriage, you've been here 10 years, you entered unlawfully, and you're ready to apply for parole and become a U.S. resident, a green card holder. So act now. Don't wait. This is a great opportunity for anyone who's eligible.